What's up, veterans with a 50% VA disability rating? This live stream is for you. You may be missing out on thousands of dollars in benefits, family support programs, and life changing resources. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Man, thank you for your service, men and women of this country. In this episode, I will be breaking down the top 10 benefits available to a veteran if this applies to you at 50%, including monthly compensation, free healthcare, education for your dependents, tax exemptions, and more veterans. Whether you're just rated or have been rated at 50% for years, this live stream will help you to understand what you've earned and how to use it. Okay. So, are you maximizing your VA benefits? That's the question. If you're even a little hesitant or don't know, don't worry. You're not alone. There are many veterans out there just like you that do not realize how much support and the things that you're entitled to once you get to 50%. So, from monthly compensation to programs to medications, etc., right now you're going to find out what you may be missing out on. So, what does a 50% rating mean for you veterans if that's you, right? I'm going to break that down to the best of my abilities and let you know the top 10 best 50% VA disability benefits, okay? So, the benefits of a 50% VA disability include monthly tax free compensation, as you may know, full VA healthcare coverage, access to travel reimbursement for your medical appointments. Okay. Veterans with a 50% VA disability rating may increase your benefits by pursuing a higher rating, obviously, through high value claims and submitting strong medical evidence to go with it as well. So, how much is 50% VA disability pay, right? Right now, as of this live stream in 2025, a 50% VA disability rating for a veteran with no dependents provides $1,102.04 in tax free monthly compensation. The VA adds extra compensation for each eligible dependent, including minor children. In case some of you guys don't know and gals don't know, dependent adult children or parents living in your household. For example, okay, in 2025, a veteran with a 50% VA disability rating, a spouse, and one child under 18 should receive around right under $1,300, $1,287.04 per month. You may qualify for additional compensation if your spouse requires aid and attendance due to a medical condition. Very important to point out, dependent children must meet age and marital status requirements for them to qualify, okay? And for you to qualify for adding them as a dependent, okay? So, as of right now, according to the VBA data reported to Congress, about 4.78% of disabled veterans, or about 286,000, give or take, out of 5,992,967 veterans currently have a 50% VA disability rating. Okay. So, if you're rated at 50% by the VA, you are eligible for far more, like I've stated at the beginning, than monthly tax free compensation. From healthcare and tax exemptions to veterans' preference in federal hiring and more, these benefits can significantly improve your quality of life. So, here are the top 10 benefits that I've rounded up if this applies to you and if you have a 50% VA disability rating and how to make the most of them. Okay. So, number one on my list is the monthly VA disability compensation. At 50%, as I stated, veterans receive over $1,000 per month in tax free income. This is pretty much guaranteed for life as long as your rating holds. And if you have a spouse, children, or dependent parents, your monthly amount increases. Okay. This income is protected from taxes, creditors, and garnishments in most cases, if you did not know. Obviously, it's steady financial security that you can count on as well, which is really, really good. Okay. Number two on my list is VA healthcare. If you have a VA disability of 50% rating, you are eligible to full VA healthcare benefits. This includes access to primary care, VA hospitals, specialists, and mental health services veterans. Depending on your assigned priority group, you may qualify for no cost care beyond your service connected conditions. Okay. And I'll talk about this in a later video about priority groups. But depending on your assigned priority group, you may qualify for no cost care beyond your service connected conditions. This benefit helps reduce or eliminate out of pocket healthcare costs. What does that do? It makes quality care more accessible to you if you hold a 50% rating and this applies to you. Okay. That is very, very important to understand. Number three on my list, this is very, very important and can save you so much money, free medication. At the 50% VA disability level, you qualify for free prescription medications through the Department of Veterans Affairs, so the VA, for your service connected conditions. This benefit can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year, especially veterans if you rely on regular medications to manage whatever chronic conditions it is that you have and disabilities that are related to your service. So, free medication, that is huge at the 50% VA disability level. Look, every veteran, I want to encourage you, get signed up for VA healthcare. Do it. If you go somewhere outside of the VA, that's fine, but get signed up with VA healthcare and get a primary care doctor, okay? You need to do that. You need to be getting treated, especially if the VA is paying you for your disabilities, right? Very, very important. So, number three on this list is free medication at the 50% VA disability level. Number four, very important for my retirees out there. You get concurrent retirement and disability pay, also known as CRDP. Okay. So if you're a military retiree receiving retirement pay and have a VA disability rating of 50% or higher, you're eligible for CRDP. What does this benefit allow? It allows you to receive both your full military retirement pay and your VA disability compensation without any offset. CRDP was created to correct the unfair practice of basically subtracting VA payments from retirement pay. Okay. Now, qualifying veterans, and if you're retired, you can receive both. Okay. Significantly, that will increase your overall monthly income. Okay. Important to understand, you do not need to apply for CRDP. It's automatically awarded to eligible veterans if you get to this 50% threshold. This is very, very, very fair because before they used to subtract the VA payments from your retirement pay. But now what ends up happening is you have to understand your retirement pay is for the time that you put in for your retirement. It's separate from this VA pay, obviously. However, why is that fair if there's injuries that were occurred, right? And it's impacting you from substantial gainful employment, or you're having to miss work to go get your back checked out now, to go get your knee checked out, to go for mental health appointments, whatever it is that you specifically may be facing, right? That is separate from your retirement, and you should be compensated separately because these are outside of your retirement. Your retirement was for the time in service that you met, the years in service that you met, and this disability compensation, these VA benefits are because these are to offset your impact occupationally and socially. So very important to understand that. That's number four on my list, CRDP at 50%. That is huge. That's one of the biggest ones. I mean, free medication is huge. I was flipping these back and forth between 3 and 4, but the CRDP is huge. You know, the free medication is as well, but I have it number 4 on my list, CRDP for you retirees out there. And again, you do not need to apply for it. It is automatic when you hit a 50% rating or above. So it's very, very important for you guys and gals to understand that, and all my retirees out there as well. Okay. Right. Number five, vocational rehabilitation and employment, VRNE. If you're at 50% and struggling to find work, or if you want to retrain for a new career, you qualify for the VRNE program, right? This program can pay for college or vocational training, provide job counseling and placement, help with resume building and career planning. It can even provide independent living services if you cannot work. So, if you're a veteran and you're wanting to re-enter the workforce or kind of switch careers, right? This is a golden opportunity. So, the VRNE program, Vocational Rehabilitation and Employment, Chapter 31, is number 5 on my list. Very, very important, right? If you guys want to re-enter the workforce or pivot cares, okay? Right. Number 6 on my list, number 6 is the Veterans Benefits Banking Program, also known as the VBBP. What the VBBP does is it helps veterans access reliable and safe financial services through participating banks and credit unions. Veterans. The VBBP is especially useful if you're receiving monthly VA payments and want secure, low fee options to help you manage your money. The program partners with trusted financial institutions. They understand the unique needs of veterans, offering features like early access to direct deposit, etc. Okay. Very, very important. VBBP, Veterans Benefits Banking Program. Okay. Very important for you guys to understand that. That's number 6 on our list of 50% VA disability rated benefits that you can be entitled to. Okay. Next benefit is number 7, travel allowance for VA medical appointments. If you have a 50% VA disability rating, right, you may be eligible for reimbursement of travel expenses to and from your VA medical appointments. This includes parking tolls, mileage, and in some cases, public transportation as well, which is huge. If you live far from a VA medical facility or require frequent care, man, this benefit is really coming in handy and can help alleviate the financial burden of transportation cost. Okay. You must file a travel claim through the beneficiary travel program, but travel allowance for your VA medical appointments is very, very important for you to understand that you do get that. Okay. That is number 7 on my list. Okay. Number 8 is property tax exemptions, veterans. Okay. I know 100%, most states you get a huge property tax exemption, but at 50%, it varies by your state, but it can be massive when you get 50%. So, whatever state you're in, you need to check this benefit. Okay. Many people don't know this. Many states waive or reduce property taxes if you're a disabled veteran. So, that means, and that can mean thousands saved every year on your home. Some states offer partial exemptions. Others give 100% exemption once you hit 100%. Okay. But always check your state's Veterans Affairs office, right? So some of you veterans, if this applies to you at 50%, can get property tax exemptions. Okay. It varies again, state by state. Okay. So very, very important to understand that as well, too. Okay. Next benefit, okay, waiver of a VA funding fee for your home loan. A lot of you guys and gals may know this, but the VA home loan program typically includes a funding fee, but this is waived for veterans with a 50% disability rating or higher. This can save you thousands of dollars when you're buying, building, or refinancing a home. So if that's you and you're in that process right now, understand the waiver of the VA funding fee for your home loan. The funding fee waiver, veterans, makes home ownership more affordable by lowering upfront cost, allowing you to use more of your money toward your home or savings. Okay. So very, very important for you to understand that waiver of VA funding fee for home loan. If you're going through that process, ask about it. Ask your financer about that as well. Okay. So waiver of VA funding fee. All right. The next benefit that we have moving along here are The next one is state-specific benefits. On top of property tax relief, many states offer free hunting and fishing licenses, free or discounted vehicle registration, discounted or free admission to state parks, tuition discounts or scholarships for dependents as well. These vary widely, but they can stack up on top of your federal benefits. Do not overlook the state-specific benefits that you can get at 50%. Okay. Very, very, very important. Okay. And the next thing is burial and plot allowance. If you pass away from a service-connected condition, your family may be eligible for a burial allowance and reimbursement for funeral and plot expenses, veterans. So the VA may also help with headstone placement, national cemetery burial, and a presidential memorial certificate to honor your service as well too. Okay. Very, very, very important. Okay. And lastly, very important here, is a 10-point veteran preference in federal hiring. With a 50% VA disability rating, you receive a 10-point preference when applying for federal jobs under compensable disability preference. This gives you a competitive edge by boosting your application score. The veteran's preference helps level the playing field and opens the door to stable, rewarding careers in government services across a wide range of fields. I put this last. This can help you. Your relationships are very important when it comes to this. I'm telling you, I always see those outweigh a lot of these, just if you don't know someone and you just have a 10-point veteran preference. But it can help you, okay? But very, very important to understand that you do have a veteran's preference in federal hiring, okay? So understand that. Another thing I want to point out, just a few more benefits, okay? Those are my top 10. Okay, but direct hire authority, okay, for certain positions. That allows agencies to expedite hiring for qualified disabled veterans. Maybe that's you. And it bypasses traditional hiring steps to get you in the door faster, right? This streamlined process helps reduce delays and increases your chances of landing a federal job, especially in high demand roles or hard to fill positions, okay? Very, very, very important. I also want to mention educational benefits for dependents. Okay. Understand DEA program chapter 35. Okay. Dependents of veterans with a 50% or higher rating may qualify for the DEA program. This provides up to 36 months of education benefits. It can be used for college, vocational training, or even certain certifications. And it's available for spouses and children. So imagine your kids' tuition being covered just because of your service. That's pretty powerful, veterans. So the 50% rating isn't just a number, right? It's a threshold that opens the door for you and your family. Here's the key. I just don't want you to leave benefits on the table, right? Too many veterans only use their monthly check and miss out on healthcare, tax breaks, and education support. So if you're at 50%, dig into these benefits. Go back over this video, share this out with someone that can use this and use these benefits to the fullest. You served, you deserve, right? So steady monthly income, top tier VA healthcare and free prescriptions, medications, benefits that extend to your spouse and kids potentially, career and educational programs, state tax breaks potentially, property tax exemptions potentially, and privileges. Okay. So very, very important to understand that. Okay. Make sure that you're getting the benefits. If you do need help or you need something, reach out. We are here for you to be in the best position to win your claim. If you have any questions, reach out. We want to make sure that you are honestly and integrally getting the benefits that you deserve. It's very, very important. So the 50% VA disability is a huge number. Okay. Not everybody's at 100%. So sometimes people do not know the benefits that they do get. So I hope that this video helps you. I want to thank each and every one of you for your service. Thank you for tuning in. Man, you guys, I appreciate you. We are veterans serving veterans. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.